Okay, so I'll start. I'm Caden. I play lead guitar in the band.
Yeah, I'm Anthony. They call me Paul. I play this thing. Katie handles most of the more technical stuff.
So he plays rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm Aiden, and I'm the bass player, the newest member of the band.
And
So yeah,
Kai. And I play drums.
How did all the band members meet? Did you guys go to school together, or how did the band Trimera come together?
so Paul and Kai, we all went to middle school together, and we met over this last summer. Had some stuff like music material that I wanted to give to them because I kind of want to perform at that time, and I kind of just gave it to them. But our old bassist, we also went to middle school, but that thing kind of didn't work out. So I asked Aiden to come in and play bass for us since I knew him through high school, and we were in this jazz band. So I asked him to hop on, and he's our new bassist. So Aiden's kind of like, I met him through high school, and then me, Paul and Kai, we went to the same middle school together. I'll take this one. People that vibe. I know it's like kind of like a funny way to explain it, but when it comes to like our bands with like instrumental stuff, like our whole band is like how we want to give a certain vibe with our latest album release. We kind of gave like the idea of like a beach kind of vibe, and not only with like songwriting, we vibe on stage with each other. We have like fun, especially with on stage, but with songwriting with each other, it's all about like the vibe of everything. So that's how I would describe our band.
And what does your guys' songwriting process look like?
Most times, since like I take care of like most of the lead parts, since our stuff is like really instrumental based, I usually I write stuff in like my like closed bedroom, and I kind of come up with ideas, and then once we like meet up and practice, I kind of say, hey guys, here's an idea, and then Kai usually puts drums to it, and I'm all like, Paul, you write a part, and then I have Aiden write a part. But on other occasions, it'll be the same thing where Paul comes up with a part too, and we just kind of add on to stuff. So mostly our process is that one person brings an idea and we kind of just build upon it.
So Sean's basically just super like math rock, instrumental, like more punk. They just vibe, but at the same time they're just like mashing everything. Aiden.
For me, like as far as just personally with my bass playing, I was really inspired by when I was younger, a lot of no band in particular, but like soul and R&B from the 70s, and they would have these really like groovy bass lines, and it was so like made you feel so good. I just wanted to do that, you know. And then as I like progressed, I started to get into more jazz, and then I saw that you could also be like melodic with the bass, like Jaco Pastorius and people like that. And so that kind of just led me further into bass playing.
I liked a lot of Polyphia when I was learning how to play guitar, but they're complicated math rock, progressive metal band, and they all instrumental as well with them. They like to have fun on live performances and stuff. It's pretty.
My inspiration is kind of like what Kai, Paul, and Aiden said. Like I love Chan. Like they're like us if like we kind of like made it really complicated and really like everything was all over the place but fit really well. Like Chan, Polyphia does that really well as well. But I'm also into jazz. Jazz is a lot of like my inspiration to where I approach songwriting in a sense and how I understand it. But where my songwriting comes from is like bands like Tron and Polyphia. Also artists like tiny moving parts, covet. They also do this technique where they tap on the guitar, and that's kind of like our main technique that we use, and kind of inspired us to kind of take that genre called math rock, where it's kind of like, if I were to explain math rock, it's like emo jazz, because it's like it's instrumental, but at the same time it's like really mainstream in a sense, where it's kind of like indie emo.
What do you guys think about the LA music scene?
I haven't been around the LA music scene that much, but I've seen a little bit of punk scene, not much some LA hardcore stuff. It's all fun and cool.
I think the LA music scene's like really good. Like we said, like we're not more of like downtown, or more like Carson and like Long Beach. But from like my experience, like of the whole area, I think it's like everybody's like really cool with each other. I think it's like a really like inspiring environment to like collaborate with people and like make your music and put your stuff out there. So I think the LA music seems like really cool.
What is the most rewarding part of being in a band and making music?
Honestly, it's just meeting new people, new connections, you know, just like being able to communicate with other people, do our music most times. Yeah.
Cool.
Especially like getting our music out there. Like that's the like main reason that I kind of wanted to start a band too. Like getting like our ideas out there and just like making music with like new people, like I said. I think that's the most rewarding thing.
And what do you envision your future of your band looking like?
I feel like since we just like came out with the album, like we kind of just want to like put more music out like we are right now, because usually when we first came together, we kind of just like wrote a whole like album really fast over the summer, and we found that really effective. So I feel like as of now, kind of just putting out more music to get out there and kind of improve our style as we go. But usually I see our future just eventually touring. I feel like that's a big dream of mine, to tour with other bands and kind of like meet new people. Also with touring, like collaborate with people, maybe go out of state. It's really about like how well we progress as a band. So that's kind of just the journey of like getting our name out there in songwriting. But I feel like touring and meeting new people, that's what I see in our future.
Just vibe, I guess, you know, just like, yeah, that's it. Just vibe. That's what our music's about.
Yeah, just have a good time mostly. Yeah, give the message of like music can mean like anything you want, which is really why we're instrumental based, because like with instrumental like stuff you can kind of give your own definition to it. So like yeah, we kind of just want to give off the vibe like you can like give our songs any meaning to it and just have a good time to it.